Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here. I'm here today to show you how I achieved this style using the all-new Janet Collection XXX one-pack solution hair. It includes a frontal and 3 little bundles to create a wig, or you can do a sew-in with it or something like that. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this style and seeing my review of the Janet Collection XXX hair, you know what to do. Just please stay tuned. So this is how the pack comes. It is an enormous pack of hair. As you can see, you might not be able to tell just how big it is right here, but it is really large. I was shocked when I got it. So it includes a free 13 by 4 inch lace frontal and then 3 bundles or 3 pieces really of hair, a top, a middle, and a bottom piece, which I'm pointing to right there. Yes, so this is really different. It is actually not on the market yet also, which is something good to know, but it is coming. So I'm going to take a regular old Mr. Do-Rag dome cap, and we are going to make a wig out of this pack of hair. And I'm going to start off with a 13 by 4 inch frontal, which is ear to ear, which is awesome. So it comes with an ear to ear frontal, like that's crazy. And this hair is shed free, it's tangle free, you can reuse it, and it is able to be permed or dyed. You can curl it, you can flat iron it, you can do whatever. It's 100% virgin human hair. It does include instructions, as you can see here, about how to use the hair if you are doing a sew-in, which is something I really think you should read whether you're doing a sew-in or making a wig. And I made the mistake of not really reading it because I was like, oh, I know how to make a wig. It also includes instructions on how to dye or bleach it, how to deep condition it, wash it, all that types of stuff. And as you can see, you can perm it, you can do whatever you want with this hair, dye it, bleach it. So this is what the frontal looks like. It's an ear-to-ear frontal, as I mentioned, and that's the piece that I'm going to start with. On the instructions on the pack, it does say to start with that bottom piece of hair that you'll see me use in a minute, and then work your way up to the frontal. But since I am making a wig and I've made a frontal wig before, I was like, okay, that doesn't seem right. So I'm going to start with the lace frontal, and I kind of wish I would have read the directions and followed their directions and started with that back and then worked my way up. Reading is fundamental, guys. Don't be like me, read the directions. I did make some mistakes with making this wig, and I'm going to show you those mistakes so you won't make them. So I have finished sewing down the frontal, and that is what it looks like. As you can see, it is an extreme amount of lace on the back, and that is for a reason. So it did lay flat. It worked out great. I was like, all right, I'm doing good. So we can go ahead and move on to those little bundles, and I'm going to start in the back. Those little pieces, the 3 little pieces of hair. So this is the 3 pieces of hair that they have. Instead of sewing track by track, the tracks are already put on the piece of hair, as you can see. So this is the bottom piece, the piece that I'm going to start with, because usually when I make a wig with tracks, I start in the back. So I am going to sew this piece on first. As you can see, it has lace on the back, so it kind of can make the nape of your neck look very natural. As you can see, it fits right there on the back of the wig cap. I pinned it down with a T-pin right there in the middle, and now I'm going to just sew this back piece on to the wig cap. As you can see, this is what it looks like when I'm done. It laid nice and flat. So yeah, it was pretty easy, and I'm already done with, like, as you can see, like a lot of tracks. I'm going to zoom in right here, put it up close to the camera so you can see the tracks just going back and forth. And this is the middle piece. So I sewed the middle piece on, and then I sewed the top piece, which is what I'm doing right now. Pretty self-explanatory. It says it saves 70% of time, and I do agree with that as long as you do it right. It ended up taking me longer than I would normally take to make a wig because one is my first time using this hair. It was quite confusing to figure out how to get it to lay flat, and also because I didn't follow the directions. So as you can see, I should have pulled this top piece up to meet the end of the lace frontal, the hair that's on the lace, but I left it all the way behind, and as you can see, it left a huge gap in between the hair, the 3 pieces and the frontal, which is a mistake. If I would have started with the back piece and sewed my way up, you were supposed to bring that top the top portion of hair up under the lace and then sew it to meet the end of the lace frontal, the hair that's on the lace frontal. So what I had to do was cut it in half, as I showed you right there. I was making my scissor fingers. I had to cut it and then sew the two pieces together to make it right, but it ended up making the wig extremely small. So it was a mistake, a huge mistake, that made the wig like really tight fitting on my head. But since I have a small head, I could still make it work. So I'm going to show you how I laid this frontal down. It is my new favorite way to lay wigs, whether they're synthetic, human hair, a frontal, whatever. This method works so amazing, and I'm so glad that I discovered it from other YouTubers that I watch. So as you can see, I'm just adjusting my wig cap, a nude wig cap, which is very important. Make sure it's nude. And now I'm going to take my Got To Be Glued blasting free spray, and I'm going to spray that right before my hairline, right on my skin. I'm going to spray a lot of this stuff, okay? This is going to be our adhesive. This is basically all you need to make a wig stick to your head. And I made this frontal stick to my head for 3 days, guys. And just with hairspray, no glue, no nothing. It stuck to my head for 3 days. So as you can see, I'm taking this wig brush. It has a pointy end. You can use a rat tail comb or anything like that to keep the blasting free spray from like falling in your eyes or falling all over your face, because you do have to remove all of that from your face and everything before you apply makeup or anything like that, before you do anything, because it will be all sticky and everything on your face. So I sprayed about 2 to 3 layers of the blasting free spray, and now I'm just letting it dry just for a few minutes. It does dry very quickly, which is also another great thing. I used to love using my Gorilla Snot Gel, but that would take 15 minutes to air dry. This takes about 2, so it's a time saver. So now I'm just going to stick the frontal down on my forehead, on my skin, and I'm just going to press and hold it there for a few minutes all the way around, and the next thing you know, your frontal will be stuck to your head. This hairspray is some strong, heavy duty type hairspray. So now I'm taking this 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm taking a baby wipe, and I'm just going to wipe all of that alcohol off of my face, because I'm going to let this hairspray and everything dry underneath this scarf that I put over it while I do my makeup. And once I leave that on for, you know, the amount of time that it took me to do my makeup, the frontal will really be stuck, and then you'll be able to style it. You do need to tie it down with a scarf and give it some time to dry before you're styling it. So that's what I did. It took me about 30-45 minutes to do my makeup, and now I'm ready to style the frontal. I have cut some baby hairs on this frontal already. I just used one of those little razor tools and just razored off some hair in the front, not too hard. And now I'm going to start to style it. I wanted to do something with the actual frontal, like expose it and actually style it instead of just wearing it down. So I'm going to do like a cute little bun in the front, and now I'm just parting everything out. And as you can see, it looks like my scalp. I didn't dye this, bleach the knots or anything like that. That's just how it came, paired with the nude wig cap underneath. So I'm just making a little baby ponytail in the front, and I'm taking an extra piece of just random tracks that I had that's left over from a wig that I made, and I'm going to use this to add to the bun at the top of my head just to make it more full. So that's a trick that you can use if you want to do buns with your frontal and it's like stringy or really thin, the hair. You can just add a track or two to it, and it'll make the bun look fuller and bigger, which is exactly what I wanted. So that worked out perfect. So I'm just wrapping that around, and then I'm just going to bobby pin it in place. Now I'm going to take this Andes high temperature ceramic hot comb. It's a plug-in hot comb if you're interested in it. It's only $20. You can find it at Walmart, but I'll have it linked in the description box below. And I'm going to use this to really flatten this frontal down. And after I flattened it, that's what it looked like. Next, I'm going to take the Nata body mousse. It's a mousse type of thing. It's amazing for laying baby hairs. I do not like using like Got To Be the gel or anything else anymore. I like using mousse. I got this trick I think from Miss Aaliyah J. I know you guys know who she is. I love her so much, but I got this from her and it makes laying your baby hairs a lot cleaner, a lot less messy. So now I'm just taking some scissors and I'm going to make this style just a little bit even more neat by clipping the end of the hair to make it nice and like even, like blunt, more of a blunt type of cut. And that's what that looked like. And then I'm just going to flat iron that so it looks nice and straight after I clean up the cut just a little bit with some scissors. After I flat ironed it, this is what it looked like, and really this is the final look, guys. All I did was pull out some pieces on the side, as you can see right there. I pulled out a couple of pieces in the bun too to give me that kind of like Asian feel because it had the blunt cut with the bun on top. I felt like, you know, a little Asian doll. This is what the frontal looked like. It turned out looking really, really amazing, and I got so many compliments on this style. So this is one of Janet Collection's 2018 new launches, so it's actually not available to be purchased yet in stores, but it is on the way. I will say, as my final review, it was very difficult for me to use this hair, to be completely honest. I really got confused. I don't know if I would like it better than just, you know, the normal sewing tracks back and forth, but I will say that it is a great idea, and I ended up making it work, and I really liked the quality of the hair. Thank you so much for watching. Watch some of my previous uploads before you go, and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.